name is Emily Guy. During the process of developing my hand and bounding box, I focused on the idea of hierarchical order. I began with formulating hand positions and found that this hand position in drawing isn't my strongest, and I wanted to be able to explore it deeper, so I found that creating it in a different medium would help. This is where I moved to the construction of the wire hand. I concentrated on the placement of the fingers, their connection to one another, and the importance of the ring finger. The ring finger holds hierarchical elements, being longer than the other fingers, and when looked at from the side is higher up vertically. Another detail is my first iteration hanger, as you can see here in this image on the left. This is a copper hanger that connects directly to the positioning of the ring. The hand models these key concepts and terms and are later emphasized with the bounding box and sight design. Regulating the placement of the fingers and concentrating on the narrative of the ring finger was evident during this process of regulating my image. I was able to find relationships between the pointer and middle finger and point out the stark contrast between the ring finger and the rest of the fingers. Moving on to the construction of the box, I wanted to keep the same theme of hierarchy. I did this by having one size of wood that was more prominent in each of my developed corners. It led me to this corner, which is the one in color. It has a weaving motion, much like the wire hand. Each piece of wood represents a finger, as you can see in my journal studies to the left. And here are my finalized corner studies, and I went with this corner up on top. The box construction is essentially a continuation of the corner studies, along with the addition of balsa beams that function as hanger holders. I added copper wires, as you can see in this image, that link directly to the ring finger. So this is just my first iteration of my box with hangers. Force viewpoint is made by the design of my cladding. I wanted the viewer to only see the ring finger, giving this finger significant hierarchy, and I did this with really focusing on where my voids would be cut out and lining them up so that it was only the ring or the ring finger that was being seen. Here's some images of the completed box with cladding. And here are just some of the pictures of the force viewpoints that I wanted the viewer to see. The section cut process emphasized the role the voids played in creating order of the box in hand. I added some dash regulating lines and zoned coloring and tones that kind of represents where the viewpoint would be. Next was siding the box. The box is placed on a 4-foot pedestal. The placement of the box on the pedestal directly correlates to the placement of the ring on the hand. The pedestal is also placed in the same way within the room. I added hanging fixtures that mimic the design of the ring while also keeping in mind their placement. So as you can see, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of groups of these hanging rectangular figures, each represent a different finger. Of course, this one being the ring finger. So here's some more images of the box within the room, and the importance that the hanging fixtures play in just bringing more of a kind of like a classier ambiance to the room. And to finish the process of creating the hand and bounding box, I added light. The light shines from the bottom of the box directly underneath the ring finger. So here are just some images of how the light is reflecting on the walls. As you can see, there's a void here on the left image, which is like the cutout of the two rectangular smaller figures, and then this beam of light that kind of like shines up I thought was really interesting. And this is coming from that larger rectangular void. When peered from the top of the box, it's as if there's a sparkly diamond ring on the finger from the light. These force viewpoints and void cutouts emphasize the hierarchy of the ring finger, giving it a specific purpose, which is to hold a ring.